Oh, just kidding. Welcome to another exciting edition of Codacolor. My name is Codacolor. Tonight we have a rather predictable setup. However, it came from an unpredictable source. Back about 7 years ago, I wrote a song based off a Geico ad. Now that I think of it, actually, it's probably older than that. Shit. Oh my god. Okay, maybe that's the last time I touched it, but basically it's 10 plus years old from its origin point when I got the sample. And I have a timestamp that I could prove that with. But otherwise, let me go ahead and set up the YouTube link, and then I sound great, by the way. All I need to do is really just copy and paste this so that my instas can also find out where I am as I continue talking. But basically, man, I'm in presenter mode. Forgot my voice. My voice changes dramatically depending on the audience. And if I'm talking to myself, I usually sound like this. So I'm going to try that. I also just drank a cup of coffee, so it should kick in at any point. Anyways, boom. Oh, rats here. Bam. As a designer, it's really tough to let this go right now. Okay, I'm letting it go. Here we go. I'm going to start a live stream. This, by the way, is part of a series of live streams called Ableton and How. The idea behind this is that I power... Oh my god, I wasn't recording. Oh, I guess just in case. Okay. If you're just tuning in, I'm starting a live stream series called Ableton and How. And we're not speedrunning necessarily, but I would like to get this thing done before I fall asleep, so I guess I have no choice. Ableton and How. Old file. That's how I'm starting. I'm trying to become Instagram famous, guys. I think it's on its way out, actually. Okay, I'm just going to set this right over here. If there are any concerns or comments, you could literally tune into either stream. I should be able to have an answer for you, but I do sound a lot better on the live stream. It's a relatively dead room, actually. So, yeah. Anyways, little backstory on this, in case you're just tuning in. Basically, I uncovered a file that I started 10 plus years ago, but maybe had touched only about 7 years ago. So ante up for about 3 years, and then after that, nothing. Completely nothing. Fast forward 7 years, 7 or 8 years, give or take. I was digging through my old files on my hard drive on my server computer. It just so happened that this has I must have collected all and saved. I was able to restore the rest of them from the sample pack that I have on good old external flash drive. Those files have followed me probably 4 hard drives at this point. So there's a Mac samples back when I went by Mac in high school. So if you still wonder why I'm so weird, there's a good starting point. And everything was intact, saved on there with, you know, the majority of the file structure was correct. I just had to change one. And then it's always nice when you don't see this red bar at the bottom. For this is a different reason. Chord player is one of the missing ones. I wanted to leave that intact so I can kind of go over it here on the live stream. I'm pasting this and I'm hoping that stays. Sweet. Oh, can I add a link? Is that possible? There's an image button. Hang on, I have to geezer this. That doesn't work at all. Oh, sticker. It might be a sticker like a link. Guys, this is presented in 4K. It's the worst sticker. It's like, hey guys, I'm in 4K. All right, well, now we know. Anyways. I feel relatively grounded today. Something about yesterday threw me off. Something about today's on. I just gotta double check and make sure my audio is good, but I'll go ahead and play it through with that plugin disabled at the moment. also a bongos track. Those chords are so good. Okay, I need to stop it. I remember making those chords from what? Well, I guess the drum rack never lies, does it? No. Okay, I sampled it from the Korg. Nice. I have a full M1 production like waveform guide that I sampled the very, very middle part from. Also has most of the drums that you're hearing, actually, so that's why the drums sound so saucy. The majority of them are actually loops from the M1 itself. Turns out it makes for good house music. I just got to sharpen a lot of the transients and maybe add some stuff, but man, what a great start. I'm going to try something with it. So now that I know that, I'm going to be like, this is our M1. I think that's probably the most straightforward way of putting it. So there's that. Boom. I'm going to group that. Synths and samples. Okay. There we go. Bongos are sick. Nice. Okay. Okay, good. Nice. With a nice gate on it. It's already got a drum bus. I'm at business. Gosh dang. All right, let's look at our palette here. So it's catching. It is catching. I think it might just be in its complete state for that. This needs to live with the drums. And you can see we're still missing this guy, which is 3 notes at a time. This may have been, I don't know, actually. It's got general compressor, okay, to catch it around 4, and then sidechain. What could you be? Just used once, I believe. And then, of course, we have our actual drums coming from the bongos. All right. This needs to be on a separate track. It's going to be panned. Bongos are always panned. They show tension. Tension out back. If I put that right there, take the bongos. Okay, I guess that's fine. And then, how bad is it? I like the idea of blending. Basically finding the fastest attack point, or rather, yeah, the fastest release point of a transient shaped gate, basically. This preserves transients all the way. There's a white arrow or a warp marker. Takes those points and then just draws a bunch of tails the same way. And it helps tame so much. I know I could shape it. I know there are better tools for it, but honestly, this kind of gets the job done quick. So I find that point, and you'll notice something when you right click, there's no show automation. Yeah, so I like slicing it up. Each section gets a little bit more intense, and honestly, then it really drops. So we'll start that at 28, and I'll just get slightly more by a factor of 10 each time. So 38, 40, yeah, 8, 8. And then this one, 50. By doing this, you show that there's a little bit more tension as time goes on. This can also be spread over some time, and I've heard a lot of big beat artists. I've listened to a lot of big beat growing up, like Fatboy Slim, Junkie XL, that stuff. MXC just uses generic ripoff. But anyways, what was considered techno to us in 2002 is basically my core concept of a beat, which otherwise sounds repetitive and monotonous unless you do something to show progression quickly. Chemical Brothers are great at showing progression. Holy crap. They just... Anybody who designs a house song to not just be cut, copy, A-B, there you go. This is probably going to have to be a good example of this through original sounds. Because otherwise we have samples. You hear that voice floor? Oh, samples hot. I cannot hear the kick. We need a kick. We need a kick. We need a... That's a pretty nice kick. But it's not loud enough. Bongos is actually drums. Did you know that? It slammed against a drum bus. 20. It was really about drum buses back then. Okay. So I'm... Oh, what's up, Zach? I'm going to add boom. Lots of boom. 4 on the floor, 909. Good starting point. You could ride it till it dies. Kick 4 and loop. Okay. Let's just add a, I don't know. See, what you want to do is you want to add a saturator. That's really how you do it. And I know it's got one built in, it's part of its chain and whatever, but this will give you independent control, and then you can really overdrive it using this. First of all, we can find where that kick is. I'd say it's right about there. A little hardy, cool. Bass, drive the shit out of it. Makes it pop. That's what the customer wants. A little bit of a soft clip so I can really drive it. Yeah, that's about right. Full octane, all gas, no brakes, because once that happens, yeah, another saturator. I'm not even shitting you. That's how you get body. So now I got 2 saturators working in tandem, delivering a signal that, not bad. And there's no clip on the end one too, so there you go. That's how much that's just broadening that. But then the other thing is, and I just learned this, blew my mind. I'd never put reverb on the kicks at all. Well, on our last track, Zach, DJ Exact, everybody, we, as Ladies Man 303, I lost it. Oh, my creative flow. Pro tip, don't distract yourself. DR kick. It'll hit me naturally. Just give me a sec. It's just like at the shop. Lows. Chris Witz again. Okay, so DR kick. Yeah, can't stop. Oh, that kick sounds better. Okay. Control the low end. Control the low end. I forgot about what we were talking about. Lazy Band 303. Oh yeah, we have a song that we're working on together. Zach gave me 4 files, and I'm definitely using all of them. So, anyways, we're gonna find out what we can do with it. Hopefully, we can turn it into an EP. 3 EPs in a movie. Okay, everybody, you know how I'm working on an album called Movie Night? So I just made this, okay. 3 EPs in a movie. Shoot, font, new. All caps, cool. Homage or something. Anyways, I digress. Where's the time? Where's the kick? Yeah. And then where's the low end? 45, nice roll off. The gut punch really hits you around here, but I'll just put a -4 on that. And I'll actually turn it down a little bit because we're trying to flatten out the frequency. It's going to hit hard. Especially if you get rid of the wrong frequencies. See, that doesn't hit. That hits. That doesn't hit. It's gutturally wanting, you want to balance everything but the parts that are not going to translate. I'd say to Matt Zoe's credit, it's about 350 for any low-end kick. 300 to 350. His rules dip anything at 350 for that magical bass effect, but the upper palette of that kick is probably coming in around 100 hertz, which means that we need to add a glue compressor. If you notice that the sound is just not delivering, a glue compressor can help you. Quick attack. I'd say it's a relatively quick release too. But of course you need to work your thresholds before you hear any effect, and then make up. Oh. So now we're leveled out with a kick that can drive a room. I think I was missing that last time. Good addition. Cool. All right, we got drums. The drums are also working in our favor, but they're just part of a larger drum group. So I'm going to add our lows, name that kicks, and put that in a drum group. This will allow me to really figure out whether or not sounds belong in the same bus. Simple. House drums already have their own thing. There's a drum bus on that one. Can I sum them and just use one drum bus on the master drum? Okay, I know that we can go hotter. It's a cool sound, but nah. You could have a similar effect with a gate compressor stacked, I guess, but my solution is actually using VST, please. Not the tube, the Revy L1176, of course, classic. You're probably asking yourself, what the hell does this do? It has so many knobs. Actually, if you look right in between the dots, it's crazy. Right in this area is your wet dry. In real life too, like when you actually have one of these physically, that little thing you got to stick a screwdriver in is your wet dry. So you can, they called it New York compression when I was getting taught in audio engineering, but right basically smack dab in the middle was, you can process a parallel version of that track without having a repeater in the compressor itself. That doesn't matter. What does matter is that I'm going to all buttons in. Happens when you palm the buttons in real life. Turn the input, output stage. I'm glad I got to work with one of these for like 7 months. Anyways, the idea is now the kick should probably exist in its own thing. So I'm going to group the drums, say percussion, percu. And this guy is now going to live in the kicks. Wait, no. Let's start with the percussion. So why do we want to do this? For one thing, we can effectively slam our drums against a brick wall and then some. You get a warm sound, and then it just drives it. But also, you hear that sauce? It's right at the end of the hi-hat. It's crazy. What's up? Nice TP. How's your day?
It was alright.
Yeah.
Pretty chill.
Chill.
Yeah. Yours?
It was productive.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff done.
Nice.
Yeah. I ordered the Galvo for the laser finally.
Oh, sick.
So that is going to come on Saturday, literally the day of the event.
Oh, God.
Of course. So I have to find a backup just in case that doesn't work.
Fuck.
Yeah, especially for these clients. And then they ended up dropping the projector package.
Oh.
So I had to find an extra $200.
Oh.
I was so close to ordering new lasers.
Oh.
I was literally that close. It's okay. It's all a test.
Do you still want me to work with you for that event?
I would prefer, honestly.
Yeah.
Would you mind taking over vinyl?
Oh.
Because then we can not only would we output how much money we're bringing here, but then that would literally be Andrew's solution to bringing someone else on. His only qualm really is your experience with MA2. It's not hard. I'll show you. It's not hard.
When are you gonna show me?
Friday.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah. No,
Okay. All right, let's do it. That way we can get more money in.
Cool.
Cool. Also, I'm finally adding up all the parts, specific parts that are inside uppercase, so I know what the grand total is, and I can start selling builds.
Fuck yeah, there you go. Nice.
You gotta figure it out, man. Okay, here we go. Slamming drums. Damn. That's not bad. Ooh. Glad we're slamming drums right now. This is hot. Just got to bring it up to the level. We're good. Sounds so good. Hang on. Let me take a look at an EQ. There's a dip right there. Acoustically, that might be okay. Cut out the low end. That should help. Jesus. That adds plus 15 everything. Let's go. 6 with low end on the kicks and maybe a focus would be good. Did he say he'll let me know about that? Oh, I'll ask him. Sounds better. It's got a nice little drive here that actually goes up over time. Oh gosh, I didn't see that. So again, I have not opened this track in a long, long time. I had similar grouping styles that you could see I had no groups going. Never mind. Serum's randomly on there. No reason. The core player, again, no reason. There's no, wait. Oh, shoot. Maybe I did something. I did. What was this? Did I give myself a breakdown? I am so glad I didn't. Holy fuck. Okay, and you know, for the record, if I do it again but on a lower octave, stacked, this might be the super. I am so scared to try this. I'm gonna go -6 on both tracks. Yeah, that's fucking sick. Did I, let's see, supercharger, LFO tool for the pump. I compressed the absolute crap out of it. Of course, there's a preset in Supercharger GT, which is my favorite plugin of all time. Hands down, can get the job done dirty. All buttons in deluxe. Come on now. Come on now. So this is essentially adding a lot of saturation to the mix. Okay, but it's higher pitched, so what preset's doing this? Interesting. Okay. Okay. Got it. I want a wider span. There's an EQ. And the low end is... it's not boosted. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the EQ. Make it heavier. Haha. That's kind of cool. It's a Steve Duda. Okay, let's go Steve. Steve has the high score in Serum, so he knows what's up. That's kind of sick. All right, I'll keep it the way it is. Glad I kept you. You're now my superstar. So that's coming up on a reply. I mean, it's got to be something. Okay, turning this down. And there's nothing here, but it looked as if I tried a... I don't know. Core is gone forever. I can't even access. I've tried so many times, so I've just given up. Starting fresh. That's the problem with using some plugins. Sometimes they go outdated, and then you're stuck trying to operate on it. Adding an operator. Intentionally tension? Not a big fan. Ow. I feel like I really bummed out my roomie. I know he was excited to go to Folsom Field. I guess he can help set up with me. Times are tough, so find 2 jobs at the same time. It's a weird household. So that used to be another instance, but we gotta figure out what it is first. Yeah, that's a weird thing to be bummed out about. I'll definitely make sure he's okay, though. Harmony. Interesting. What does the harmony sound like over here? Oh, that's sick. That's kind of cool. Okay, add a filter. Let's go. I do like it. Go down an octave. Huh. Okay, so I have a rule with like potential harmonies to a main melody. I try to keep it to a minimum. That sample is going to do so much more. I just like this as kind of like a teaser. And it's at -14. Oh, this is back at a time where I did not automate gain. So I'm going to replace that. This is one of the hardest disciplines to get into. Use a utility, I found out, to just adjust your gain. Kind of like a mixer. Like a DJ mixer even. You want to attenuate before you deliver. The idea is, too, it keeps your channel strips from having automation hell, which Grits and I discovered, and I don't think he's talked to me in like 4 months because of it. So definitely do it. Saves friendships. What did my release come to? Holy crap, that's... Wait. That's a very open... Yeah, okay. Replica XT. Hello. The feedback's quite intense. Okay. Also... I'm gonna try to notch it right in the middle. It's way intense. That sounds nice. Dreamy. Good job, me. Holy shit. So where do I go with that? If I'm gonna do... It sounds better at that lower register. I'm going to keep it the way it is, but just do an EQ8. Oh, you know what, though? One thing is it's very dynamic, so we need to squash it. I like using multiband for this reason, especially just the compression, because this adds +6 to everything, and then you can just kind of deliver on the lows and the highs like as if it were an EQ with flat parallel compression. There it is, right? I'm gonna solo the track with just lows. Okay, that's a low. That's probably where it needs to be. So now we give it just the mids, and we can actually turn off the highs and lows. I think it's that top line. Now, of course, it's still booming, so an EQ8 can take care of that, or a multiband EQ as well. I wish we had a multiband just built in. That'd be dope. It's the one thing of like various things that have been... I have stems. I could literally do stem separation right away. You can see right there it's overdriven in its pass, so I'm going to... There's the dip. I'm going to turn 2 into a shelf. There we go. Cool, streamy. I'm gonna put this in our synths. Do we have synths? Oh, do we not? Oh, samples. I converted the samples. Synths and samples. It's right above it. Jeez. Okay. Drum bongos. Bongs. Bongs. Those bongs. We're going with bongs. I have severe ADHD, so I have the tendency to be like, let's just take a quick break, and it does not turn into a quick break. So, for a while, I had a little chessboard right next to me, and I was playing myself chess, but the problem with that is I didn't face it like Jerry's game, where it's sideways. The right side is to play it sideways, though, right? Like, kind of like if you're from the if you're like a referee looking at both sides of the volleyball court. Same thing. Don't know what I'm talking about. So that's the sample itself. That's a hot take sample. Look at that. Wow, I compressed the shit out of the highs. Backing off on that one. And I'm gonna put my outputs to neutral. I was really dialing it in though. And there's also a pop that's happening. LFO tool, smooth. Now you can hear the man. Hey, it's gone. Nice. That kick grabs you. So that's... Does it work in lowers? Inaudible. It's because I added that notch. Can't do it. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah. That's cool. Wow. Extend that a little bit. Okay, so obviously there's no kick. Or bass line for that matter, but dang, that sample does samples. I mean, wonders. Sample does sample probably other samples. Let's be honest, all our samples are samples. Unless you got the... Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Yeah, good old Virtual Riot. Dang, and I automated this one too. I automated a lot of volume curves. Fortunately, that was just 1 point. That needs to go. I don't think it's a good fit. I don't think it's a good fit. Everything else is wowzers good. Well, right, the rule. Can't delete all the tracks in one group. All the tracks in a group, rather. You need to delete the group itself. I mean, which is kind of a bummer. If you could imagine their folders would make sense, but groups is what they're called. It's really, Jesus, it's really dry and my nose hairs are getting longer. I feel it. Oh my gosh, growing pains, I guess. I'm 31. I don't think that's a thing. It's a relatively, it's a very dry bongo. It needs to have a shelf or maybe some kind of like, seriously, oh my gosh, I've been sneezing a lot today too. Its natural room actually sounds pretty good, but I want to have control over it in a way. Like a short slap or something. A plate reverb would be a nice chain. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Return track. Make it sound like it's in a car garage. Please. There we go. Where my bongos at? Bongs. I like the tightness of it, so this is just going to be car garage on steroids. We're going to take our size and... Oh. Hiding an auto pan. I was resisting it for a minute, but the auto pan will actually help here. Oh, they changed the interface. Love it. Love it. Keeps you sharp, actually. Cuts hard. Let's just switch it to a time. Whoa, whoa. Interesting. Can I do a double? So it's a rate. What? Whoa. Hang on. Something changed. Time. Synced. And then 1/2. Oh, nice. It shows a pattern now. Does it re-trigger? Where's my re-trigger? Yeah, it does. Nice. The reason you can't hear it is because they're panned hard right now. What is happening? Okay. Oh, it just reverted. Is my phase out? Oh my god, I deleted it. Okay, that's the center. Amount. Synced to halves. Let's go on. Hard shape. If it fits, it sits. You betcha. I owed a lot to white noise. Great riser drops. And that melody actually kind of helps gloss it over too, but how do I make that sound even better? Like sunset over the mountains, kind of cool. A guitar. That's what I'm landing on, is a guitar. That fly is back from the other day. Oh my god. It's the same one, I could tell. Soon. Maybe not. A piano. Duh. I could hammer out these chords like no one's business. Plugins. Universal audio. Let's just use that. What am I doing? Ravelgram piano. Here we go. Oh, it's an audio unit. Hang on. I gotta switch it to VST. There's no winning. VST2s are dead. I hate the fact that like half my plugins from history are dead. Literally virtually dead. Unless I were to bounce all from a previous 32-bit build, a lot of my TAL commands, or my TAL, Electro 2, Base Station, they're gone out the window. So I could try to hammer it out on the piano, but I know for a fact that I probably would just find the notes pretty quickly with the bass line. Dun, dun. And then 7th chords on top, sounds like, with an inversion 1 or something. Cool. Okay. It's the beginning of something beautiful, I know that. Okay, our root note, thank God. Interesting. Yep. Sick. That makes, oops, wow. Luigi. And no longer than 1 with a quick release time. I'm gonna make this piano hot. So obviously, does it compete with the other piano that's the sample? It's an M1, which means something completely different now. It's an M1 workstation. Fuck. Korg M1. Performance piano. I wonder how much they actually go for. That is a worthwhile tangent. In great condition. Let's just go with that. That's an N1. I mean, $1,000. M1 would be dope to have. At one point, I'm sure they were like 300. I'm sure at one point it's just like a Juno. It'll go up and down in price depending on its popularity. I could emulate everything. I should be able to. Yeah. It's not like a DAC is worth $1,000. Well, no. Makes for a good line that actually travels over. Okay, got it. 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun. It goes on the offbeat, so. No dynamics. Harshish tone. So you can hear how much there is in the top end. I don't want that necessarily, so I'll actually take these down an octave. Sounds sticky, I don't know. Alright, minors. Yep. Those two? Okay. I guess. Everything about that makes sense, so I'm going to consolidate that. Repeat it, which means that I need to build this track out. If it fits, it sits. All right. Bum, bum. Everything there just needs to repeat until it's obliviated. That's why piano. It's a pain typing piano out. There we go. put that in our synth/samples folder. It's supposed to make everything sound unified by adding a glue compressor at the end. It's a good gauge of how much you're using in terms of bandwidth of like frequency response. You can see there, with your threshold set about -8, you can tell, hey, about natural. I can push it. Not bad, actually. I don't want to add too much at the end because obviously this needs to be a full thing. That's hot. Holy crap. Hang on. Everybody's like, what the hell is this guy doing? Ableton, and how? I think the kick can go louder too. Yeah, it's nice. I like the way it sits, but I know I can do so much more. Native Instruments Supercharger GT, my favorite plugin of all time. Here we go. It's the first preset. It's called Fat Kick. Now it's just, what have I done? Little hop. When we have that bass line, it needs to match the volume of that. So what else can help establish the beat more besides just the kick? Why not add a clap? It's a good offbeat. I still think it needs a clave, but we'll get to that. Drums. No. I think it might be a 707, honestly. On the offs. Hand clap. That's how you know they're right. That's about right, yeah, I would say. On the 2s and 4s. Loop until you're dead. Yeah, that's about right. It's going to go into... It's always right above it, and I always miss it. It's called a drum group. Takes me back to when I was working on this. That's why my mouth is open so much. I'm like, whoa. This is crazy. I think I was actually, would have been at the old house in Arvada. And upstairs, parents bought an iMac, so about 5 years later, I found myself without many friends during winter months. It's natural that I just found this. And before that, I was definitely working on this at a coffee bar. I think it was around the time that I did tech for Madcap back in, I want to say, 2014. This would have been in Parker when I did the Pace Center, because I remember that was right before this. The Pace is the Parker Arts, really elaborate. I don't know what the hell it stands for, but the Parker Event Center that they have has a very gorgeous auditorium. It's similar to like a megachurch, so it's very linear with big capacity going all the way to the horizon point, which is pretty cool. I like this track. takes me right back. So wild. Okay, that clap needs to go down in pitch though. It's a little hot. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah. I'll drive it a little bit. A little bit more. With the rolling bass line on the so offbeat. Bum, 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 bum. This would be an easy one for me to try out on my bass. I just hate disco bass lines, just like drum heads hate house music, or disco music for that matter. There's really no soul with the drum. I tell a computer to do it. That's two off. Dun, dun. Okay, so this is our dun, dun. Bassline. That top note. Sometimes they just gotta step it till it sense. So you hear the bass line. I don't think it's actually. I think it's a stab break, the original at least. That's what I was humming though. Drum kick does a lot more than I was thinking. The whole song now has just this. Is that 128? Let's go. So, whenever I extend a part, I'll select the part that I'm going to push off, and then I just push it off where it needs to go. And that's where it needs to go. So, now I could say that that's probably going to be this part repeated twice. Kind of a blending effect. If you use the stamp tool in Photoshop, it's the same thing. You duplicate it over, you filled in the space with something that's usable. I'll get rid of the dreamy effects thing. Something needs to repeat. One kick, nice. That needs to repeat itself, right? For tension. Sometimes you just need to delete it. And then maybe replace it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The reason it sounds so hot is because I'm taking just the very, very up into quartery, or the quaternary, I guess, the fourth end wall before the downbeat resets it, before the compressor catches it on the sidechain, before all these things happen, to add just a little bit of noise right before the jump. The contrast is significantly greater because there's not just silence at the end of it. It has a cushion punch effect to it. It has to be compressed differently as a result, because otherwise it's going to sound off on the transient. So, I wanted to really deliver on that. Bump, 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 bump. I like that one because it catches it just a little bit earlier. Dun, dun. So that's dun, 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 dun. Maybe that's a call effect. I think I figured it out. That's our statement right there. 4-bar. All right, we have our bass line. It's not going to sound like much, though. Unless you're wearing headphones or you're really into noise music. Low noise music. What you're going to want to do is add a saturator. And that's actually going to help everything. Like if you're tuned right, for example. I'm going to switch it to bass shaper, not drive it all the way up. I think that's right. That's the right one. So much better with the bass line. It's like it moves. Okay, there is one problem, of course. We can't have the kick compete with the, unless we really wanted to. Sometimes it helps. I'm going to switch this to BS sub. So as you can hear, it gets a little hot in the drum group itself. Probably not going to be in the drum group then. It's probably going to be by itself. Oh, where's the bass? I deleted it. Okay, time to make a new group. Called it bass. Probably switch it away. Oh, and then -6, obviously. You don't want it to. So acoustically, it needs to be as loud as the kick. Equivalent to the kick, as a matter of fact. The kick is hitting all the way up. So what do? We make the bass fat. How do we make the bass fat? Well, a lot of it has to do with limiting. I will put that right at the end. And, well, it seems to be limited by the saturator, but it's not driving. It's kind of empty. It's as if it were its sub part. So how do we make this bigger? Well, probably. See, what you want to do is add a saturator. I'll duplicate the track for right now. We have a tracking sub. I'm going to say this is more of our organ, maybe our 7th. And I am actually going to switch it over to a organ sound. So, see you later, alligator. I think there's a pretty decent organ bass. Well, it's not hard. That's the problem. Organ bass, yeah. Do you hear that top layer? Ooh. It's definitely a top register, so. It's right half the time, which means that we need to add an LFO tool or compressor. Bum, 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 bum. This one needs to be up just a smidge. Well, that's the right note all along. Actually, that's right. Mm-hmm. The infamous click is back. That was wrong. That's the way it should be, actually. I know I switched the chords. What the fuck was that? Oh, I didn't go all the way out. Whoops. Whoops. Whoa. Dupes. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to grab my favorite plugin of all time, Supercharger GT, the VST version. And, whoa, gonna just immediately go to a synthy bass. Alright, last step. Take your bass, take your kicks, match them. The kick is still significantly louder, obviously. Also, what is... fills up the mix a lot. Okay, fine. Okay. I think that's the one. needs to have a little bit more soul to it. I swear I'm not gonna grab a saturator. Oh no, what did I do? Wrong side. Alright. You can do so much more with the saturator than you can imagine. But it involves a little bit more processing. For one, get rid of that sub garble. Find your tune point. Alright, I guess 30 hertz it is. And then just see where your harmony is falling. And I'm going to get rid of all the high end. There we go. Now on the color curve, live 12.2 and later, you can add a pretty nice overdrive as long as you have a soft clip in mind. Now obviously the less you use, the clearer it is, but then part that knocks sounds great with the saturator. Hear that bubble over? It's a nice little notch. Now, that's what happens when I start driving it. There's a binaural beat in there. I can kind of hear it on the low end. You can attenuate the low. Okay, I'm going to take it is definitely the organ one, I think. I'm going to add an overtone. Just a little bit of overtone. And just a little bit of detune too. Has a nice little quick. And maybe pitch envelope too. I know where this is going. I should make Gabber full time. That's the idea, basically. No spread. Nah, in parallel it's not gonna sound that good. Maybe top part. Too much. You can't rush art. Watch me. Soft clip. EQA to catch all those weird pops down below. And trickle down right up top. Kind of a nice little... About an hour and 14 in. Okay, not bad. Making progress. That's good. Good for you. I'm thinking of putting a little mirror right here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I guess I could if I could find one, but I'm a boy, so I forgot what mirrors are. I have a tiny little one. Oh! I'll be right back. Almost knocked my sound over. My useless stand. I think. Oh, yeah. Perfect. I think this is it. Okay. Bear with me. If I did this, is this your number? It's, if it were really close to the camera, I bet you probably could. It's like the peep show of it. Oh my god. Whoa, that's kind of sick. Be like, for future reference, this is Ableton. I feel like that's a parlor trick for a movie shoot or something. It's quite cool, actually. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Those hi-hats are way too hot. Holy, my goodness, they have some gusto. Let's take a look at our frequencies. You can see there's a pretty sharp cut around 15 kilohertz. It's based off of the sample rate of the M1. There's a significant drop off because around, I'd say it's a 15 kilohertz. So it's around 16-bit, which means that it's using the Fourier curve, I think. You can identify, or no, it's the Shannon-Nyquist theorem. You can identify where you can cut off your frequencies or where they end up being cut off. In this case, yeah, there's really no frequency information past that point, except for an exciter, which is probably coming from the compressor. Oh no, it's the remnant of, it's a hanging of hi-hats. That's a weird way of putting it. It's quite aggressive. I don't know if I like the aggressive nature of it. Like I said, that little burst of noise actually kind of helps it. See that fade though? Alright, it's a little aggressive on the attack too. Yeah. A little bit more of a throw. I'll keep it loose for that part. I think that's probably the best way to do it. If I just... Cool. I see. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, extend this one more. That part's gonna be a little bit tougher, but not really. No tail, no tail. Yeah, okay, cool. And one of these. For good measure, I think that's 8. Sure. I think that's a pop at the end of that one. And that one. Well, that one's out of range. Okay, so now... And that one. Oh, that's wrong. Out of range. I think that's it. One, two, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and... And then twice, right? My heart is beating from all this excitement. Jesus, palpitations much? I really hope I'm not having a cardiac arrest or whatever. Ah. That'd be kind of cool. It's quite aggressive, but that's okay. I can make it. And once it gets more of a roll, we'll start using these two. Up into the very end part. The snare from Cantaloupe would sound so good on this. Alright, I'll call it in about 9 minutes. 90-minute warning. Saving. Can't believe I have it, man. Such a long time ago, too. This is wild to me. It's 9:33. The night is young. Now I have natural insomniac energy, get it? So I'm gonna group those as effects, as the movies. My goal by the end of each live stream is to have grouped all the tracks, basically, because I think Clap 707. Oops. And Korg is a different company than Roland, so generally their samples are a little bit different in overall frequency and sampling, so it creates for a lush, very well textured track. Like this sounds like a hot banger from the 90s. Too much overtone. That knock-in's a little loud. Dun-dun. Figured it out. That's right. I think, yeah. Damn it. That's not it. Ah, figure it out. Oh my god, that's the one. Open the pit. Oh my god, wrong thing. I think. No. briefly. I forgot. Jeez. Where's it getting crunchy? I think maybe I went a little extreme with the hi-hats there. I think we could turn it up a little bit. Awkward. Try just twice and then... Make it work. Something like that. I wanted to keep it going, actually, so I'm about to. Wish this could just delete everything, but this thing's going to continue. Only to double at the very end for motion. Probably filter out. So I'm going to say 1 3/4 Fender. Well, it's a Rhodes. So. Auto filter the 3/4. That's kind of cool. Needs to have less information on the lows, but just a smidge. So on the final EQ. Oh, would you look at that? Still like max loud though, that's the problem. So we grab a utility near the beginning, outside of the actual sample itself. Automate the gain. Yeah. Maybe it's just one. Add a bass line to that one. Add a kick to that one. God damn. Yeah, the bass line. It won't stop. Alright, I need a bass line. Notice how it sounds off? It's because it's just not the right rhythm. Bum bum bum. To me it sounds like threes. 1, 2, and 3. Sixths. Bum ba da da. bum, bum, bum. I hear it though. That's it. All right, that's a return bass line. That's what makes this like a garage song. Well, it's not a garage. It's pronounced garage. Not Speed House because it's 128. And it's not authentic because we're American. That's why. Proud to be one. Bum, 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 bum. I think that's the bass line. It's the easiest one. I think it is. Okay. Oh, it's the overharmonic. Is it just okay? So I'm thinking some of the frequencies are leaking through. By the way, hello Abby. Yeah, it's a Clash 13th. I keep hearing it in that piano. I don't know how to fix that, man. You can only play so many notes at the same time. Ah. Well, let's see. Oh my god, the sample's so good. Could it just be that I have another part of it? Maybe a different note? No. So let's go! Oh yeah, I can't wait till that part. That one's gonna be insane. maybe we need a little bit more action with this. So it has some general tools, but where's this sparkle? Do we need sparkle? A grain delay pitched high. I don't know. It's the only thing that I can think of. It also needs a little bit of space, I think. Oh. Alright, so welcome to the grain delay. It's your biggest nightmare. Yeah, you want to start basically by defining your XY. Right now your y-axis is frequency, so pitched high. Frequency of response. Whoops, my bad. Frequency is your actual decay time. Pitch, yes. Weird. One hole tricks point never, yeah. Hyper. It's kind of a cool effect if it were a send with a filter on. Might give a little, I mean, it sounds speedy. It's very interesting. Oh, I see. It's a ping pong delay. Okay, got it. From the, wait, yes. Okay, now we got a card garage. Now we have tape speed. Has nothing to do with it whatsoever. It's right before the hit too. Red levels down, so. Okay, maybe the saturator wasn't a good idea. What we need is more saturation. No, God, no. I hit the pop. Actually, if there's an infinite pop with anything, I just take whatever wave shaper. It ends the phase completely anyways. And now it's just more of like a... There we go. All come together. Yeah. Yeah, sound of 88. Needs to be dreamy. It's gonna be parked in car garage. 12 minutes over. That's what it gets when am I tired right now? That's what happens when you're having fun. Wow. Yeah, I'm a little tired. Well, just like it says, you can't stop me from finishing this track tonight. So I'm going to try to finish it. I'll probably stream if I feel like it. I don't care. Thanks for joining. Coda Color Out. It's perfect because it literally is mirrored, right? I got it. Oh, sick. That's super sick. All right, Coda Color Out.